Hi, Dave Roscoe here. It is Tuesday, December 2nd, 2025, and people are all excited about the December base mining rate because it went up this month. And I think that's pretty funny because it's not necessarily great news, but we'll talk about that in a little bit. I also want to address a user comment because every once in a while I like to do this. And I've also reached out to CiDi Games, which, as you know, is the latest investment by Pi Network Ventures, to see if I can get more information about them. And I'll tell you what I found out so far in just a minute. But first, the metrics. The circulating supply is 8.34 billion Pi, and there were 4,666 user accounts migrated yesterday, totaling 1.4 million Pi. There is currently 19.4 million Pi in the Pi migration wallet. And migrations are happening now. The migrated unlocked rewards are at 3.33 billion Pi, with 44.3 million Pi unlocked in the last 10 days and now free to be traded on the open markets. If you recall, I mentioned yesterday that there's roughly 180 million Pi unlocking this month. It's a big month for unlocks, and that's scaring a lot of people, as it usually does. So just keep an eye on things. So before I get into other topics, let's talk about the base mining rate. Every month, the base mining rate is recomputed, and it had been going down pretty steadily. We've had a couple of months where it's gone back up, but this month it's up, and it's up by, by 13.6%. And everyone's all over social media is talking about this like it's a great thing. And I will say it's not a bad thing because people who are mining are getting an increase in their mining rate. But the calculation to determine the mining rate is largely based on the number of active miners from the previous month. So the more people who mine, the more pressure there is to reduce the mining rate. So if the mining rate goes up, that's largely due to the fact that less people are mining. And that's not a good thing. So I don't know why everyone's talking like this is such a great thing. It's great for us because we're still mining, but for the Pi network in general, it's not such a great thing. And a 13.6% increase in the mining base mining rate is pretty significant. I did a little bit of digging into CiDi Games. I want to thank Lupus Granny. I did already find this website, but she had also posted this link here, so I want to give her a shout out. Thank you very much. And this is a crypto fundraising portal that talks about like new cryptos and what when they're getting funded and how much they're being funded. And this one doesn't really tell us much in that the amount of money that was raised is TBD. It's a strategic partnership, and the investors are the Pi network. So it says here, CiDi Games is a Web3 gaming platform creating accessible, mobile-first blockchain games powered by real digital ownership. Its ecosystem enables players to collect, trade, and upgrade on-chain assets while participating in skill-based gameplay and competitive events. By integrating NFTs, rewarded progression, and cross-game interoperability, CiDi Games aims to build a unified gaming environment where users truly own their items and earn through play. Okay, it sounds like a lot of gaming platforms that are out there today. So we'll have to see what makes this one special. But importantly, there is a link here to their website, and we can go check that out. And as you can see, there's not much to see. And on the website, there is a Twitter link and an email address. And I did use this email address, like I said, to reach out to them to see if they would make a statement about the investment and about what it is they actually do. And I will say this. The blog post that mentioned this investment, stated that they had some kind of proven track record of something. And that's just not the case. Because if you look here, their domain was registered on September 3rd, 2025, and it expires on September 3rd, 2028, and last updated on September 8th. Now, everything else here is obfuscated. They're going through a Cloudflare service, so a lot of their personal or private information is hidden here, which is kind of interesting. I'm curious as to why they would do that. Someone had said that this was actually on the Pi Networks domain, and they may have purchased the domain. I don't know, but this particular domain is not within the Pi ecosystem because this is a Web 2 domain, and Pi domains are Web 3, and they can only be accessed through the Pi browser, at least for now. But this can be accessed through any browser. So as you can see, there's not much to dig up here, not yet. I will let you know if they get back to me with any information at all. And finally, I want to address this user's comment. Now, this was posted 5 days ago. I'm still catching up, but it was posted to a video that I had done around Halloween. And I don't turn off comments on older videos, but you have to understand something. Information on older videos is very likely to be far different than the information that exists today. So you can't hold me accountable for anything I might say in the past that's no longer valid today, because situations change, information changes, whatever. Speculations are proven wrong, proven true, proven partially true, whatever. But that has nothing to do with this guy's post. What he says here is, dude, I'm not here to listen what Halloween costume you wore. And I will, you can see right here, my response is, go somewhere else. I didn't invite you here. And that's true. As far as I'm concerned, you didn't have to come at all. And the fact that you took the time to not only come and post this comment, that says really more about you than me. But if you take a look at the title of this channel, it's Dave Roscoe. Guess what? That's me. And that means I can do whatever the hell I want on my channel. And I don't care why you're here. Okay. Most people are here because they want to hear about Pi Network. But you know what? Life isn't all about Pi Network. I'm a guy. I'm not an AI bot like most of these channels. And I have a life. Okay. And forgive me if I want to share a little bit of that with my audience. Okay. You could have just moved on. You didn't have to say anything, but you chose to and revealed yourself as a class A moron. And I'm better off without you. And as you can see, somebody else liked his comment. Now, knowing this asshat, he probably liked his own comment because he just gets a kick out of himself. But whoever else, if it wasn't him, if you liked this comment and you agree with him, you can go too. I won't miss you. I won't shed a tear. I won't lose any sleep. Anybody who does not like what I do here or how I do it, you don't have to be here. I'm not twisting anybody's arm. A lot of people like what I do, and I can't please everybody. But I'm just going to do me. It's my channel, and I do what I please. Speaking of liking what I do, I recently opened up memberships to my channel, and I don't yet have any special perks for people who join, but at least for now, it is a way to support what I do. And it's a modest investment of $2.99 a month. And if you like what I do and you want me to continue, then I encourage you to become a member. At some point, I will set up something special just for members. I just don't know what that is yet. But you can be sure that I'm working on it because I want to give you a little something. I appreciate the support, and I just want to, give you a little bit something extra. Like I said, I just don't know what it is yet. But as nobody's required to become a member. It doesn't impact whether or not I continue to do these videos. I'm going to continue. The fact that I've been more sporadic lately is due to two things, right? I started this last March, and now we've come full circle, and we're going through this tricky time of year when holidays are coming, school's in full swing, and and this is typically the time of year when work issues become paramount because everybody's trying to close the books and close out projects and milestones and all that right towards the end of the year. So what you're seeing here is more to do with real life, and the churn that happens around this time of year, not due to any lack of motivation or interest on my part. But I will endeavor to do better. But there also isn't a lot of news coming out, and I don't want to make stuff up. If I've got something to say, I'll hop on here and say. If I don't, then maybe I won't. I make no promises. But anyway, if anything breaks, I'll be sure to let you know. But in the meantime, don't panic, stay the course, and remember the success of the Pi Network now, as always, begins with you. Pi to the moon. Peace.